Welcome back, everybody. I'm gonna keep going with the smart home. You saw that in the title. Anyway, I have the Meross, super popular, and it's gonna be the garage door this time. So I did the main lights in my house, and everything's been working absolutely wonderful. It's so easy just to not have to hit a switch or even my phone. I don't have to go into my phone and hit a button for something. I can just ask who to do it for me, and she goes, okay, and then things are on. It's awesome. This has been so awesome so far. So let's go into the garage. I'll show you how to hook this up. And once you take everything out of the package, this is what you're gonna be left with. You've just got a few things in here. You have the actual garage door device that hooks up to your garage door. You have the power supply that you just hook up to the little wall wart. You've got this whole thing, which is just a lot of wires leading to the sensor. And then inside here, you have the tape, zip tie, and the other sensor for this one, so it knows when it's open and when it's closed. That's all it is. It's very simple. And I do have to say, get the Meross app and upload the latest firmware, because I thought I didn't need it, didn't think anything of it, and then I decided to download the app and it did need a firmware update, so that could potentially screw up a lot of things. I also checked all my lights. All my lights were up to date, but this was not up to date, so definitely download that app to just make sure all of your stuff is up to date, and if you want to delete it afterwards, fine. I don't care. All right, here we are in the garage with my little adorable garage door opener. So everyone's garage door is going to be different from the one that I have, I'm sure. So I'm going to take that off. Anyway, you want to get to this area where all of your wires and happy fun stuff is. We want to get to this bit. Also, make sure that you unplug your garage door while you're doing this, because wires go zap and zap hurts. All right, so really the hardest part here is to try to figure out where the wires go in this whole thing. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So we have the device itself. On one end, we have power. Power goes into the wall once we're done. We have the wires that come down into here. I'll explain that. And then we have the other one, which is just a really long cable, which I'm not going to make that long. You can put it at the bottom, or you can put it up here at the top, whichever one. I've got one that's just stuck on a magnet just for testing, and I have the other one right here next to it. So just testing it out right now. So those need to be near each other when it's closed, and then away from it when it's open. Pretty simple. So the last thing that we have is the wiring. Like, where do the wires go? So it doesn't matter which side goes on which. For mine, as you can see, I have two. I have a white and a red, and another white and a red. That, I'm pretty sure, has something to do with my garage door opener. I only have one, so I have no idea why I have two. However, one's a white and a red, and the other one's a white and a red. So the two cables that come on here, it doesn't matter which one's which, so I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other side. If you have the same one as these, all you have to do is just get that with your nail and push forward, and it opens it up. You can put another wire in there so they're next to each other like that. So that's what I did. So yeah, it's that easy. And once you get everything plugged in, so I've got those two wires in, I can plug this in and my garage door in, go into your app and check to see if it works. So right now, my app says this is closed. If I grab this and I move it away, my app says, hey, this is open. So now that I know everything works, I can actually hook this up to where I want it. So what I'm gonna do, obviously this I've already got tied up. Up here, it comes with double stick tape, so I'm gonna stick this up at the top. I'm gonna make this, it's very long. I'm gonna make this all very pretty. All right, just finished up. So I kind of tied my power cord around here just to make it a little bit cleaner. It was just kind of dangling off before. But as you saw, I put in both of these wires, buttered up with them, so that's totally fine. And then up at the top, you can see I double stick taped this guy down. It's on, it's working, it's plugged into the power right up here. And then on the other side, see I've got the others wrapped in there. It's all nice and tidy up here. The other one you can see, I plugged in extras over here and I routed across the top. Since nothing goes across the top, I just secured it down with some tape. There's not gonna be any sort of movement or anything going on there. And then down here at the bottom, kind of looped it around just to give it some tautness. You can do however you want. And then right down here, you can see, I actually have my garage door manually opened right now. It's not connected, so when it's actually closed, it's gonna be like literally right against this. But I have it manually open so I can open and close it without it being plugged in. But these two are right next to each other. So I opened this up, screwed this into the wall, into the wood. And then this one is magnetic. So I didn't need to put a screw in there. Plus no one can take it off because technically this is on the inside once everything is closed. No one can actually get to this, plus it's hidden. So I put the garage door up, put 2 screws into the garage door. So now when it's here, it thinks it's closed, which it is closed. And then as soon as it opens up, these two are no longer together. So the app is gonna say, oh, your garage door's open. Maybe you should close it. And look at that, it doesn't work. Just like anything that you DIY, you run into some issues. Mine's actually very simple. I chose the wrong one. So apparently these two are probably for the light. I am not an electrician, so there's that. So I put it into these two instead, and now the app works. So now I just go into HomeKit, I hit the open the garage door or close the garage door, and this thing works wonderfully. So you go into your app, you hit the button. This is a simulated test, and it closes. See? It's wonderful. Now the neighbors can't come inside and steal my awesome fake Tesla. Easy as pie, just like that. We have a garage door that's working. I put everything all back together, and that's what we're left with. I might make that a little bit more tidy than it is, but it works. And now I can see alerts on my phone if my garage door has opened up or I want to close it because I left the house and I was like, oh, did I close the garage door? Boom, I can just go on my HomeKit app and open and close my door. So make sure that you update this and make sure that you stay on my channel and watch my stuff because more things are to come.